everything's starting to cut back in and go towards that town hall, but the RC does not have an ability.
Giga
He's gonna have, oh my goodness, the RC's gonna go down. It's gonna be a 1-star judo. Oh no, look at the percent. It's only 65% and there's not much left. Gonna fight to try to get this to 80, but man, it's gonna be tough to even get there.
True launcher actually gets to launch all the way across to the king now, which you don't want. You want it to be launching with the root so it can move and protect the healers.
Either way, I guess we'll just see after this RC charge.
Yeah, I guess time will tell. I'm going to stop trying to predict at this point. last couple of predictions of how these attacks are going is not being great. Now you see the Yetis and the Wizard the Yeti and the Wizard just to try and take out some of those defenses at the top whilst he's busy doing the RC charge. Whenever you can multitask, that is going to help with timing, and it's just going to help with the log launcher and queen approach, like you were saying. RC charge already recalled. There's the giant arrow moving through the bottom. Don't think he hit the multi at the bottom, but not the end of the world. It's all about the center of the base. Trying to just snipe that off with the log launcher. Let's see whether he can get the clan castle in this one.
And with that long launcher coming from so far away, it's really, if that town hall can stay off of it long enough, he might be able to pick up the clan castle, because remember, he put a lot of earthquakes there in the middle, but he's going to actually get this town hall down pretty early as well if he can keep everything moving through here. Now the roots will pair to the outside of the base. There goes the clan castle with this next log. Clan castle's down. That's a big blow. And now the Yetis are in position to take down this town hall.
Yeah, beautiful job there. Oh, the Yetis are going to peel off towards the Archer Queen. So look at that Headhunter. He sneaks in order to help out. Yetis go down fast, though, and they do miss the Town Hall. So we're going to have to see what he does here. Town Hall also blasting the healers right now, so they are going to go down fast. What is going to happen here, Bash? I'm not sure he has anything in order to correct this. Does he have the Rocket Spear on the RC?
Yeah, maybe.
Even then, like... waited too long.
Being healed, Judo. This is definitely in trouble. Everything went past the town hall. Really, it was that queen pulling those Yetis off to the side. I think the log launcher and the Yetis were in charge of getting that town hall, but between all those battle builders and the queen distracting the Yeti mites weren't enough to get through there. Now everything's starting to cut back in and go towards that town hall, but the RC does not have an ability.
Giga bomb?
He's gonna have, oh my goodness, the RC's gonna go down. It's gonna be a 1-star, Judo. Oh no! So 1-star are falling apart right now in this exact moment.
It's one of those things that when you commit so much, you don't have a backup plan. But a lot of the time in hard mode, when there's so much damage, you can't really have those backup plans. You do have to adjust on the fly, and I guess he was so confident that the Yetis were getting the town hall that's why he just deployed the RC the way he did. Hadn't pressed the ability, so she got too far down the defensive track that he couldn't get the town hall after that. Oh my goodness, what a turn of events here. An 83% 1-star means that they had a star advantage. So, you know, if Electros do only get a 2-star, then the stars are back tied. But Electros were up on percentage, and as the war gets towards the end, that's when it gets harder to catch up as well.
Yeah, luckily it was very close. It was 2%.
We have a queen charge with the angry jelly pushing her down towards the bottom here with the invis. Interesting.
And here comes that super wall breaker to go ahead and push her into that compartment. She does have that angry jelly, which allows her to target only defenses the first 35 seconds of the attack. We saw this kind of in that last war where the queen will just come in here and pick off these defenses, and then she'll be recalled with that warded, and they'll join up with the main force. Getting that enemy queen out is a big strike early on here. Let's see if we can get through that fire spitter. Nice invisibility protecting that queen. Tons of healing support on here. Looks like a strong entry. It looks like everything is going the way that Cass is hoping for so far.
Yeah, I guess the only thing is he lost one healer. It did seem that this was baited. A couple of Seeking Air Mines, Red Air Mines there as well. But not the end of the world, because he gets the value he wants. He's going to lose another healer there due to the, recall leaving that behind. But he's got the pathing, which is arguably the main thing. And there you see more red air bombs. Luckily, the balloons have took those out, so the healers are safe. And just cruising on around here. Should be seeing the overgrowth anytime soon, I'd imagine.
I agree with that. Should come in to shut down these defenses, direct traffic through here. And there it goes. It goes actually on the far side. I thought he might overgrowth the town hall and even that other ricochet cannon to allow everything to go around that top compartment. But he's going to leave that town hall open, and that's going to allow these troops to spread out a little bit. And already being thin on healers, that could be a little bit of a mistake. There goes the warden ability to protect. The King's going to go ahead and keep everything pathing towards the middle. But yeah, everything is starting to spread a little bit out as the Queen's trying to get through this town hall.
Yeah, I guess he was a little bit nervous about leaving the town hall behind, especially from what we've seen in that last matchup. You see a couple of the troops on the outside as well, just trying to help force the Royal Champion through the center of the base, snipe those outside defenses. Core of the base, though, still standing. A defending Ice Golem now moving across to further slow things down. And it feels like it's all about percentage now, Bash.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's just a weird split there in the middle of the base. King's still up with ability, but man, look at the percent. It's only 65%, and there's not much left. Gonna fight to try to get this to 80, but man, it's gonna be tough to even get there. And we talked about the defenses maybe for Zowatstor, but don't take away from Team Electros. They are a veteran squad. They have some incredible base builders, and they have the experience to be able to handle and know what kind of entries that their opponents might be making, as this is a 77% 2-star.
Peppers did get the 3-star in the opening war, so if he's able to replicate that in this one, well then they are looking very good and putting Only Bads in an even more dangerous position.
He's going with that King Giant Gauntlet right from the right side of the base to grab those defenses to help out the Royal Champion. But the Town Hall does get a shot off, kills off that Spirit Fox as the RC continues her way through with another 5 invis, has an Earthquake. Let's see how, oh goodness, okay, the Town Hall doesn't send off any shot. The RC does path her way to the Town Hall and shoots and follows the RC as the Earthquake goes off and pops the RC ability.
Oh, it always worries me when you've got like Clan Castle troops running past the RC like that.
Yeah.
But she does manage to get that Town Hall. Gonna get the Ricochet Cannon, and no, she doesn't quite get it. I mean, he kind of had to recall her there. He was in danger of losing her, but one extra little tiny fraction of a second might have been enough for the boots to get that. Never mind, though, diving everything in from the top of the base here. Shouldn't be too much trouble to get that cannon on the way.
Look at that one balloon. Look at this one balloon. He's trying to have that one balloon potentially. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Air Skelly's pop and the Ice Golem goes off. He wants that one balloon to get into that Ricochet cannon, maybe. Even drop some minions because nothing's... Oh, there's the red air bombs. Never mind.
Yeah, he would have completely dodged that as well. Sends in another balloon, though, now. That should be safe, hopefully. Let's find out. Maybe there's a Seeking Air Mine right behind that as well. Rocket Balloon now flying into that area, but look at the Royal Champion here, carving on her last legs, moving to this area. Is she going to survive or go down? Down she goes.
Unfortunately, loses the RC. Rocket Balloons are still moving through on the defensive side, going to the Root Riders. And a lot of his main Root Riders have lost that push. The King's ability's already gone off. And we have quite a bit on this backside. Queen will have the burner ability with a Giant, but a Crusher Mortar remains. Pops Queen ability. She turns back around into the Poison Spell Tower there. A couple Super Barbs to the far left. And this one is going to be a defense for Only Bad. So this is what they need for sure.
Yeah, and again, like I was saying, just the flip-flop of events. Dizzy Supersonic get themselves in a driving position and then, you know, kind of just completely give it away in this one attack. Like 79% now, Only Bads.
And now they're almost getting eliminated. Depends on what Watto does here, as that RC is charging through. This right side does just have to hit that 82%, goes invisible with that Queen to the far right. So it all comes down to the value of this RC. If she gets value, it looks like this attack will work. If she does not, okay, so he's not looking for too much value for this RC here, as he already pulls her back.
Watto's 2 attacks yesterday, a 3-star 100% and a 91% 2-star. So both of the attacks were above that 82% mark, as we see that Log Launcher now going to come in with the Queen. Oh, he's got to get this RC under control. Does beautifully with the Headhunter. Now that Log Launcher will go ahead and open up this wall, giving the Queen access to the middle of this base really, really nicely. Does she step in? She should. Yep, she does. And this is going to continue to surge forward. I love this queen value right now. She's going to be able to pick up so many of these buildings if he can keep her inside. The laboratory might pull her out and might not actually be the end of the world if she actually goes out and joins up with the roots now.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the Yetis from the log launcher, they're going to get killed so quickly. But at least they did get that multi. No! Furnace mines are hitting the healers, and once they do that, bye-bye healers. They're going to die. Healers, stay alive. You need this warden to hopefully help heal you up if there's a healing tome there. As the king is up to the top side, trying to push through the defensive minion prince, but there is a giant gauntlet grabbing the multi as he's trying to pass his way to the town hall. Needs the overgrowth to wear off, but he can use the eternal tome through the Giga Bomb.
Oh, okay, he's holding it until now. Some of those healers got really, really low, but he didn't lose all those healers. I don't know if I know he lost at least one. I saw a Seeking Air Mine. I don't know how many of those healers he may have lost there. It seems like there might be 2 still remaining, which it's gonna obviously be better than not. But the big thing here is watch that percent. It's got to get to 82 or higher. Things
are dying off so quick, and the thing is, his troops are in the core, meaning if they die here in the core, they can't grab the outside buildings in percentage. 1 super barb left. Freeze, Invis, Skelly. Drops some archers to the right. 74. He's only a few buildings left. He needs to keep this RC alive. Can make her invisible. 76. He should be able to get percent. Finds the tornado trap off to the left side there. He's so close. Drops the Skelly to distract the bottom side. 1 freeze left, and there it is, my friends. 82% at least is enough to secure the victory for Electros JP. And only Bads, unfortunately, are not able to get a golden ticket for the last chance qualifier.
Jihawa very happy, throwing up the peace signs. This Electros JP squad, man, they have looked so good in their last few matchups. This one's gonna keep creeping up here, get a few more buildings, but ultimately 87, yeah, 87 is gonna be just enough.
All Exceed do have that slight advantage. Interesting to dive the RC straight in towards the town hall there. Beautiful invis spell catching that entire compartment.
Yeah, town hall's going down without it firing a shot onto that royal champion. Great job as the RC continues her way to sneak into the poison spell tower. We'll be removing it, and then the scatter shot is going to go down with another 2 invises. And as long as he pulls this RC back, it looks like he can also keep the Spirit Fox alive as well.
Thankfully, she did have enough health, but like you said, managed to keep it alive. You see the balloons, and I always like to see as well, and you notice with the balloons, they're split just that little bit. He doesn't just plonk them all in one spot, because we see a lot of the red air mines towards the outside of the base, and if you pop all of your cocoa loons in one space, you can lose them all, whereas just spacing them out that tiny bit means if the red air bomb form was there, you'd only lose 1 of your cocoa loons.
Yeah, you don't want to lose all of them. You need them to move slowly through the base. But what he also has is the troop launcher launching loons out in front of these healers. And that's a very nice thing to be able to do to help protect. But the troop launcher actually gets to launch all the way across to the king now, which you don't want. You want it to be launching with the root so it can move and protect the healers.
Yeah, it's always funny to see those barrels just blasting across the side of the base. It's not been the end of the world to get a little bit extra force towards that far side compartment, but with everything splitting in the middle of the base, this is looking a little bit drastic. The RC is about to go down. There's nothing he can do towards the center of the base. He's got the queen ability, but let's be honest, this attack is not going to get much further, Carbon. So whilst All Exceed did have a 6% lead after that last round of attacks, I feel like that is going to be a lot less, shall we say, after this one. How far can he push it?
100% it's going to be less. This is a low percent in terms of the standard of the pros here in a grand finals in the 70s. Can try to get a little bit more with the super barbs to the edge of the base, but we're taking a look at a sneak peek at Mila's team MG, seeing the reaction of this defense. They've got to be happy, and you can see as spectators, there's 4 of them watching here. So we have at least some of them watching this attack, knowing what they're going to have to get and what they could do to take the lead. Here we go. One sending that RC through the bottom side, right near the monolith. Gonna continue to keep her invisible. A couple rocket loons to grab his head. There's the tornado. When you find that, you know that it is tested for an entry. Uh-oh.
Forced ability. I saw the giant bomber.
Oh, gosh.
Not considering the ability, getting too excited, but yeah. Spirit Fox goes down. RC is now running in each and every direction. It's actually going to be able to snipe the Town Hall here. Wow. I mean,
yeah.
Planned all along.
I think it came down to the timing of the invis. He didn't let the Town Hall get any of these final shots off. And because the Town Hall didn't get any shots off, the Royal Champion did not get slowed down and got this value. That's why it's critical. If you're doing an attack like this, do not let that Town Hall hit your Royal Champion if you do not plan to pull her back. In this case, he was just letting her get the value and then dying off.
Yeah, really nicely done, because sometimes it's very impressive, as we've seen from Dima, to be able to control the RC the way you did. But sometimes it's just equally impressive if something goes wrong or you hit into the bait, to be able to react in the moment and have those fast reactions, which is what we've seen from Juan there, making sure to get that Town Hall. And now he still does have that perfect pathing for the Root Riders. They did take quite a bit of damage there early on, but with all of the healers right there, it's pretty much getting those Root Riders all healed back up.
Yeah, they're pathing their way through to the top side with a couple. Rockaloon 6 actually remaining. As that Warden Healing Tome goes off, it doesn't have the Eternal Tome, so the Rage Gem hopefully is trying to also boost them through towards the Kika Bomb on the backside, but still has the Queen and King abilities to use.
Fire Spitter proving quite a nuisance there. It really, I think sometimes the Fire Spitter is underestimated, but it's blasting his heroes right now, especially in hard mode with that 20% extra damage. It is shredding through those troops. And now in combination with that top area coming back alive after the freeze spell, there is not much left here. Only Bads had the percentage lead, remember. They were a star behind, but they were 8% in the lead after that round of attacks. Which means they still need a 3-star.
I mean, they're still in the lead at the moment, but they're down by a star. So if Ninja triples, then it's a completely different ball game going. Actually, no, this is the final attack. It's coming down to Ninja at this point. So Ninja triples, they win. What am I talking about? It's not like they get 6 attacks.
You had me confused.
I was confusing myself.
They have the percentage. So they do need to triple because of the, the 2-star here from Juan.